Morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. As you know, Republicans are working together to roll out a series of 6 different solution sets leading into legislative session starting next January. And today I'm honored and proud to be here with my good friends, Representative Chris Hagenow from here in Polk County and Representative Matt Winchell from Harrison County, as we talk about the Republican Party's 5th set of solutions as we prepare for January session. Today's solution is called the Liberty Agenda, putting people first. It's based on the idea that Iowans, not state officials or unelected judges or unelected bureaucrats, know what's best for themselves. It's Iowans who know best for themselves. And especially as we sit and gather with our families going into this Thanksgiving holiday, that we want to empower those very Iowans to make those decisions for their lives. And we want to make sure that we're turning that power and that choice to Iowans, the people of this state. Now, I'll very briefly go over in little detail the 3 parts of the Liberty Agenda, and then I'll let the legislators answer any specific questions and talk more in depth about that. First, and in clear and unmistakable terms, Republicans in this state want Iowans to decide for themselves how to define marriage. So the Republican Party, when we get back in session in January, are going to advocate for making sure that we give Iowans the right to vote on defining marriage for ourselves in this state. Second, Republicans pledge a return to the fundamentals of government. Public safety is one of those fundamentals, and our leaders need to actually set priorities with scarce taxpayer dollars. You know, we should make sure that public safety and we have troopers on our roads, as opposed to Terrace Hill and Governor Culver having more gardeners, for example. Tough decisions require tough budgetary times, and that's what Republicans are advocating for part of our public safety agenda that we'll talk about in a second. And third, let's prevent the government from meddling in the day-to-day affairs of working families by passing the Iowa Good Neighbor Act. This common sense act would let Iowans who occasionally watch children in their neighborhood to do so without having fear of government trying to regulate that activity. Now, to go into further detail about these 3 items on the agenda will be Representative Hagenow and Representative Winchell. Representative Winchell.
Thank you, folks, for coming out here today. I'm going to touch on 2 issues this morning. The first issue is marriage. As you all know, this last April, the Supreme Court made a ruling that nullified our Defense of Marriage Act. Since then, Iowans have been overwhelmingly pouring in their responses to the legislature, demanding that they be allowed the opportunity to vote. Now, plain and simply, I believe it is every Iowan's right to vote. Whether they're for and or against traditional marriage, they deserve that opportunity to voice their opinion. Republicans, when we get back in the legislature this next session, are going to push for that vote to give Iowans their opportunity to voice their opinion once and for all. The second issue I'm going to touch on is public safety, returning to the fundamentals of government. Now, since 1998, we've gotten the fact sheets that we've handed out. Since 1998, the amount of state troopers has decreased by roughly 67 troopers in the state of Iowa. Now, you can discuss all the different facts that are out there. One of the key points I'd like to touch on about the state troopers is the drug trade, illegal immigration, they all come through on the interstates here in the state of Iowa. If we have more troopers on the road, it provides better fundamental protections to Iowans. I believe, and Republicans are going to propose, that we return to the 1998 level of state troopers within the next 5 years. A lot of people are going to ask how we do this. We hope to do it in a revenue-neutral option, basically making government more efficient in one area to be able to produce the opportunity to fund these troopers today. So those are the issues that I touch on. I will turn it over to Representative Chris Hagenow. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to talk to you briefly about the Iowa Good Neighbor Act. And what we're trying to do is to empower Iowa's families. In tough times, we're trying to balance the needs of work and life to prevent them from a growing government that's more and more intrusive on their lives. The Good Neighbor Act would allow for protections for families who want to have neighbors, family members watch their children after school without having to register as a daycare provider. We saw a couple of examples of where government has stuck their nose in on this, and one in Michigan recently where the state wanted a neighbor to register as a daycare provider for simply watching a few of the neighborhood children as they got off the bus. And another was in 2007, legislative Democrats here in Iowa tried to run a bill through to make grandparents register as daycare providers with VHS. And we simply want to provide protections for those folks so that Iowa's families can have an easy opportunity to have their children watched. So very simple, common sense way to protect Iowans from